learning resources, along with active supervision by the tutors. Having worked with so many doctors from around the world and training several candidates from different countries throughout their journey, we created and customized the PLAB 2 into different components according to the needs of the candidates. This brings the freedom and flexibility, aiming to look after our beloved overseas doctors. We are proud of making the PLAB journey flexible, affordable, and achievable for everyone. PLAB 2 test is very easy examination, however, it needs a variety of skills starting from the basic skills to the advanced skills and clinical knowledge. Everyone taking the PLAB 2 examination should have the minimum expected clinical knowledge and understanding, data gathering skills, management skills, and interpersonal skills. For easy learning, we have divided all those skills into 2 groups, the basic skills and advanced skills. Based on those groups of skills, PLAB Guide Academy has created highly innovative courses for the doctors to choose from based on their requirements and needs. Our PLAB 2 Foundation course is for those who want to learn the basic skills for PLAB 2, including history taking, intrapersonal skills, breaking bad news, carrying on effective consultation with angry patients, investigations, result explanations, writing drugs prescriptions, and dealing with difficult colleagues and patients. Foundation course provides you the basic understanding on those skills, not only by delivering the lectures, but also by supervised practice and feedbacks. Foundation course is conducted twice every month. It is extremely affordable and provides you unlimited access to the course content and learning material online, as well as on site within the Academy building until you pass your exam without paying any additional fee. Our foundation course is extremely affordable. It breaks the limitations, the bindings and stress of paying huge amount of money to start your journey. And understandably, it helps you moving forward towards your destination by starting the PLAB journey sooner than later. Our SMART course covers all the advanced skills that you need to pass your PLAB 2 exam. We understand the needs of PLAB candidates very well, and to address those, we have brand new high-quality mannequins and high-fidelity SimMan for the candidate practice that is included in PLAB 2 Smart course for your advanced learning. You can enroll yourself into PLAB Guide course whenever you want and attend it as many times as you want until you pass your exam. Our SMART course gives you the ability to learn and perform on SimMan, mannequin practice sessions under supervision, prescription writing scenarios and other topics, including history taking, interpersonal skills, management of difficult patients, psychiatry stations, gynecology and obstetric scenarios, pediatric stations, breaking bad news, and anything that you can imagine. SMART course is well structured and highly organized. It provides you full-day workshop on SimMan, 2 days workshop on mannequins, 3 days on high-yield scenarios, and 2 high-standard mocks. Our PLAB 2 Smart course starts every Monday. And if you don't want to enroll yourself for the entire course, you can simply choose any component of the course. We offer SimMan course, SimMan and mannequins course, and mocks as well. In our mocks, we offer extremely high level of simulation and high standard assessment. Our mock is 16 stations, offered every weekend, and we are the only one in the UK providing audio feedback, along with high standard, qualitative, and quantitative feedbacks in the mocks. The mock results can be accessed online and downloaded anytime. Our mock result, every single station, has a link to the audio feedback if you want to listen. This is the most effective way of getting the feedback and assessing your preparation. Enroll today and start your journey with us. Join PLAB Guide, join success.
Okay, guys, no more video. So let's focus on the PLAB 2. First of all, a huge congratulations to all those who passed. Looking forward to see you guys working in the UK. So today we are just going to focus on what the PLAB 2 is, and I'll be sharing the slides. Please let me know if you can see or not. Dr. Dore, can you see the slides? No.
No, doctor, we cannot see the slides. I'm not able to see the slides.
All right.
Now the screen share has started. Yes, we're able.
Okay, so today we are just going to talk about how to
I'm
master.
able to see the slides now.
Okay, thank you. I hope that you're able to listen as well. Please add wherever you feel appropriate. You can turn your mic on and off where needed. Um, so, PLAB 2, today we are going to talk about mastering the PLAB 2. There will be a bit of discussion about what are the components and how um, you do that. Introduction to the PLAB 2. You all know that PLAB 2 is a part 2 of your um, PLAB exam, and after that you apply for the GMC and get the GMC, apply for the jobs and training and whatever, and start working in the UK. So this is a second step, and the final step will be for the job application, sorry, GMC registration. It is OSCE format, clinical skills are being tested, and it is mandatory for you to have the GMC to work in the UK. Structure is very simple. There will be 16 stations, 8 minutes each, with the 2 minutes, 90 seconds to 2 minutes gap in between two stations. And the total exam lasts for about 3 hours and 20 minutes or 3 hours. Key areas which are tested. Yes, someone raised a hand.
That's from PLAB Guide Academy itself.
Health Hero is.
Health Hero, yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Health Hero. So you are allowed to talk.
I think he's the one who has passed the exam and he took our course because I just saw the post in the group.
Okay.
He's one of our successful candidates from Club One.
All right. Okay. Congratulations, guys, and especially to Health Hero. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Just keep an eye, Dore, on the text in the chat box.
Yes, I have asked them to ask any questions if they want, and
All
I
right.
haven't. Mhm.
Okay. So, talking about the PLAB 2, it is a OSCE exam. It covers the practical area. There is very minimal requirement of the knowledge. So your knowledge has already been tested in PLAB 1. Okay. The key areas which are being tested in the OSCE exam are the clinical skills. You need to have the fluent clinical skills and professional approach, and the communications have to be up to the mark, and the history taking and the practical skills like doing certain procedures like catheterization, IV cannulation, and venipuncture, and those kind of things should be up to the mark. Preparing for PLAB 2, it is very easy exam if you understand, and if you don't understand, it can be the nightmare. Okay, normally what you need to know is mainly the guidelines, clinical guidelines. You can go through the nice and sign guidelines and stuff, and you need to be ready for the OSCE practice. Okay, uh, normally the practice is the OSCE scenarios are commonly tested, which are common, like the A&E scenarios, GP scenarios, or any condition which is being seen in the community. So there will be no surprise, no big syndrome that you need to diagnose in such um, in this exam. But you should be able to diagnose the MI, or you should be able to suspect the pulmonary embolism, subarachnoid hemorrhage, and those kind of things. These are the emergency situations. Then common conditions are the common, as I mentioned, communication skills, how you communicate, that will be tested. So you have three different domains: interpersonal skills, history taking, data gathering, and technical skills, and the management skills. So you need all of them to pass every single scenario. Resources, there are multiple resources, textbooks, and the material that you have read in your medical school. Then the GMC website, then the patient info and the NHS websites are available. OSCE practice, there are small groups available. You can create your own group with your fellows who just pass a PLAB 1 exam. You can create some groups with the mentors or the seniors who are already working in the UK, increasing the chances of passing. So you need to understand now, PLAB 2 is it has already always been a very tricky exam from certain context, but now it has become more so because the dates are not easily available. It is very expensive, and the scenario bank has changed. Okay, before the candidates used to cram the scenarios, and now because of recent updates and the advancement in the technology, the scenario changes very quickly. So you need to learn actually and show and polish your skills that you use uh, m- to see the patient professionally. So early preparation is very important. You need to have at least 3 to 4 months time before your exam, and you need to have some created curated plan for your study. You cannot be just watching here, there, and taking small sessions, free sessions, this and that. You need to create some plan. Whether or not you take any academy, that's your choice. That is your personal assessment. If you don't take the academy, you don't take, but you still need some plan to work on. Okay, and not only about the studying about studying the material, but also practice, practice, and practice is the key for passing PLAB 2 exam. The major challenge that you may come across is the time management in most of the scenarios, because you have to complete your task within 8 minutes, in which you will have to go introduce yourself, build rapport with the patient, understand your task and perform the task, maybe take a bit of history, perform a bit of examination, then discuss a management, including the investigations and stuff, and address the patient's concerns. So the time goes very quickly. You need to have very good control on the time, and that will come again with the practice only. The common pitfalls that you guys need to avoid: the communication skills. Neglecting the communication skills is the major issue. Those who do not improve, those who do not work on their communication skills will likely fail. So you need to start working on your communication skills from the very first day. From the day you pass your PLAB 1, even if you have not booked your PLAB 2, you need to start working on your communication skills. Wherever you're working, wherever you're seeing the patients, you need to start feeling that you are going to the UK and you are the UK doctor. You need to start practicing that way. Okay. Medical knowledge, focusing on solely on the medical knowledge is also one of the major pitfalls that can take you to the disaster. So do not just keep reading the notes. There are so many notes in the market. There are so many books in the market, a lot of literature. You need a better understanding of the scenarios of the approach, and you need to work more on the communication skills and delivering the services. Now, talking about multiple scenarios, in most of the situation, you need just a small piece of knowledge, and the major management involves a patient's socio-economic and biopsychosocial support and the management. Okay, how you investigate, how you explain the things, that is not covered in the books. That will be covered by practice and by the feedbacks. Cultural competencies is again one of the major problem that you most of the doctors, the IMGs, are not really aware. There are certain cultural limitations that you may find here in the UK as well. So assuming the things, or coming out of the fear that you are or the practice that you are doing already in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or in any country wherever you are, okay, becomes very important. So you might need to properly work on talking about the mental health issues in here, because here no one thinks them as a stigmata, whereas in many other countries, talking about the mental health issue is still not acceptable. The people, even the doctors, feel shy saying someone that you have a mental health issue, you have psychiatry problems, psychological issues. Here, the people know about that. That the psychological health is actually a health. Similarly, sexual health is actually health. So you guys need to get out of that that social setup, the culture, and you need to be able to adopt all those. So that will also come with the practice. Then again, we talked about the time management. That remains a challenge throughout. Then the other challenge is accommodation, where you are going to be, and do you have any facilities, who you will be living with, what are the costs, and those kind of things. You need to work on that, and you want to, you know that it happens. The PLAB 2 happens only in Manchester, so you want to be somewhere closer to your exam center, not far away where you have to travel a night before and upset your preparation or tire yourself before you go for the exam. So better you stick closer to Manchester, and find out the locality where you are going to be, and finding a reasonable accommodation can also be a challenge from the financial point of view, because you do not have the contact, and secondly, the people do not have uh, offer short-term tenancies, the rentals. That can be again a big challenge, and you will be offered per night or per week kind of accommodation. The rates are high for that. Okay. Um, so accommodation, you guys need to book in advance. Make sure that you are ready for all those kind of things. Okay, you need to be multitasking now. You need to be looking for the academy if you want, if you need, looking for the course, finding some time to attend the course as well, wherever you paid, wherever you enrolled. At the same time, start looking for the accommodation, so that you can find a reasonable accommodation. And once you decide that you are going to certain academy, if you are, then you need to find somewhere closer to that, as well as convenient for you to go to the exam center. At the same time, you don't want to just save the money. You want to be somewhere where you can practice, where there are other candidates as well, because your performance will be compared with the other candidates on the day of your exam. It will not be you only. So there is no marks that you have to score minimum, but you have to score the minimum marks in comparison to the standard average exam score set for that particular day. And that is based on the candidate's performance. So if you are working, you're practicing with your fellow who is from the same setup, who is not aware of that it can also lead to the disaster. So make sure that you go somewhere where you can practice with different people, not stick to one single person. Okay. We have talked about the commuting as well, so you want to be somewhere. Funding preparation, again, exam fee, accommodation, travel, study material, taking mocks, taking small sessions here and there, getting the printed copies of your reading material. That's again one another expense. Then the food stuff and everything. Okay, you need to be prepared and explore the funding options if you have any personal savings, loans, scholarship, whatever. You need to keep that in your account as well, because you will need to apply for the visa and maintain that minimum amount of money in your account. If you take that out, then the chances are that your visa will be refused, and once refused,
Yeah.
will be refused in future again. The chances are more likely. Otherwise, you will end up going through the solicitor and getting help from them, paying a lot of money to them. Okay. Uh,
Mhm.
you can consider part-time work now. Okay, you need to be thinking that you are not for that place wherever you are working. Okay, you are not for that place anymore, you are for the UK, and you need to start preparing for that. Just try to squeeze your time from the work and put that effort towards your PLAB 2 preparation. Okay. About choosing the right academy, if you want to choose, you need to look for any work on the reputation, work on the success rate, check the GMC recognition or the partnership. If um, there is no academy in the UK or all over the world who is or which is recognized by the GMC. So GMC is straightforward, does not suggest any academy. So you need to look for that and get the reviews and the feedback. You can Google, you can look for the YouTube channels and the feedback on the Facebook. Um, then review course structure, what they are offering, how much support they are providing. Do they provide you enough time? Do they give you enough opportunity uh, to be involved? Okay, and look for their expertise. Those who are teaching, are they someone who just passed the exam and started teaching, or they someone who is actually working in the NHS? Out of many names, a long list of the academies, um, I'm aware of just couple of them who are actually working in the NHS. That includes PLAB Guide, as well as I'm aware that Dr. Hamid from Common Station, he works, and Dr. Mo Sobe, he works in the NHS. Apart from that, there are many more which you might be aware of, but they are not working in the NHS. So, especially in the current situation when the scenarios keep changing so often, so you need someone who is actually able to tell you, who has actually seen the patient, real life patients, rather than just mimicking and working in the simulated environment. Okay, about the PLAB Guide Academy. So we are here to offer multiple. We offer multiple courses, and not only just the PLAB 2. We started off doing the PLAB 1. We have our own question bank and the reading resources and learning resources. We are trying to provide everything under one floor, one roof. Um, with all along with the teachings and learning material and the videos and stuff. Okay. We have experienced faculty. We have at the moment Dr. Durre. She is our regular tutor. She is post PLAB and she has got GMC. Um, she is regularly teaching with us. And we have Dr. Saad, who is our regular tutor. Dr. Shetes from Nepal, he is our regular tutor. So we do not keep changing the faces, because that does not give us a reassurance. I'm the director of the academy and I work in NHS. I have more than 11 years experience. I worked in the NHS as a registrar in the neurosurgery. Now I'm working as a registrar in the emergency medicine. I've done myself so many courses, including MRCS. At the moment, I'm mainly focusing on my um, academic activities. That includes the PLAB Guide Academy, as well as the clinical activities, which I work as a registrar in the hospital in the NHS. So these are my two main activities, but I try to stay up to date, and I have very high confidence in my team. I know what they are teaching. I know they are accessible. I know they are approachable, and they are flexible as well towards learning if there's anything highlighted, and they committed not only to the responsibilities given to them, but also to the candidates in terms of providing the support if they reach them. Okay. um, so we offer multiple mocks every week, Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. We provide feedback and improvement plans and stuff. um, our specialty is small group sessions, extensive resources and performance tracking. We always our candidates mock results, and we contact them personally, ask them if they need any individual help as well. So we prefer to have the small session rather than big session, so that we can focus on individuals' deficiencies as well. Uh, so no, after you come to the UK, there are a few things that you need to know even before you prepare for your exam, because the structure of the health system, it is very integrated in the UK. So there are the basic health center kind of thing, which we call as a GP practices. There are the district hospitals. There are the nursing hospital. Community nurses, there is physiotherapists, community physiotherapist, there are the occupational therapists, there is other chiropractors, there are tertiary hospitals, district hospitals. So there are multiple systems which are working together with each other. So you guys need to be aware of what you can do in the health, in the basic health care center like the GP practice, and what you can do in the district hospital, what you can do in the community hospitals or the community nursing centers, and what are the resources available, what kind of support you can offer to your patients. So these are important things. So knowing about the healthcare system is extremely important, and I feel proud that I'm fully aware, and I can teach, and all my team, along with my team, we know about the healthcare system as well. Okay, cultural nuisances. Yes, the NHS structure, how the NHS is working, how they are integrated, and what are the policies. We are fully aware of that. So, um, but if you don't want to come here, these are the mandatory parts that you need to be aware of, regardless wherever you go. Medical terminologies that are commonly used in the UK. These are important for you to know. The patient language, how the patients say the things in their own language, in the simple layman language, because you cannot use a medical jargons and the medical terms with your patients as well. Okay. Now about your time management preparation, you always need to have a ticking clock with you, with an alarm that can stop you, that you are passing. You need to control your time management. You need to start working on your management to to be completed within 2 minutes. You need to start working on your introduction to be completed within 30 seconds, like those kind of things. You need to complete your history within 5 or 6 minutes. Okay. And overall goals, achieve achieve the goals and make them achievable. When you have planned your journey, you need to make sure that you set your targets and try to achieve them. You need to be now contributing every day. You cannot spend even a single day without practicing. So always make sure that you have something, and you are connected with someone who can uh, actively participate and practice with you. I think someone raised a hand. It was Aksa Munir. Please, Aksa, feel free to ask any question if you have.
Or you can ask question in the chat box, we'll answer.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to take you through the slides that I have, so that we can progress. Otherwise, we can go off the track. Developing the clinical communication skills. Dore, do you want to add anything about that?
Communication skills is the basis of PLAB 2. You need to have some of communication
That is a
skills
key.
at
That is a key of success.
exactly.
If you start communicating well, it means that you will build good rapport with the patient, and the things will be very easy. If you are rude, if you do not respect the communication skills, if you start using the medical jargons with them, then it can become a nightmare for you. So that's an important and integral part of your preparation for the PLAB 2. Active listening is very important. Do not interrupt the patient when they start saying something. Listen them carefully and try to acknowledge that and relate back to the patient. Make sure that you have not missed anything. Okay, clear any explanation.
Sir, this is 80% of candidates. I'm so sorry to interrupt. 80% of candidates, they actually fail. They're failing their exams because they're not listening. That's a
uh,
problem, especially with the crammers. They're crammed the script so well that they're not ready to accept the changes in the script. Like the patient is saying something, but because they have crammed the script, they're just wanting to listen to only what the script was saying. So
yes,
this is a major hurdle. Hmm.
yes, that's true. And they go into shock as soon as the concern of the patient changes. So that's a downside of reading so many notes in the scripts. Okay, it is all about the practice. The candidates now, you guys need to now start practicing and in the real life, wherever you are, thinking about you coming to the UK and start working as a doctor in the UK. Empathy, sympathy, and sensitivity about the social norms of the society. You might have not seen any patient intoxicated wherever you are working, but when you come here, you will see in the A&E about 10% of the patients are actually intoxicated, and about 70 or 60% of the patients drink alcohol regularly. So you need to be very acclimatize to those kind of atmosphere now. So you need to be thinking about that. You need to be asking about those. There are so many when the intoxication or alcohol intake is so frequent here, you will see the clinical conditions which are related to the alcoholism are also more common here. So you might have not heard of them wherever you're practicing, but because it is normal practice in here, so you need to be aware of them. You might need to come out of those cultural sensitivities that you are bound to in your hometown at the moment, and here you will have to start asking those questions regularly, and you need to be actively thinking about those situations or conditions as well, um, when someone comes with the particular situations and the complaints. Now, mastering OSCE station types, where you have to now, I couldn't really skip any of them. Data interpretation, they started asking about the ECGs. They started asking about, you will get the scenarios about where you have to interpret the ABG, VBG, or you're given the blood results. You should be able to interpret that and create a story that is understandable for the patient in a polite way and in a clear way. Okay, tell the patient what is happening with them and what are the further process of investigations and how you're going to treat all those kind of things. Then history taking, you might have been taking a beautiful history before, but now you need to follow certain parameters and structure, and you need to do that within given time frame. Then physical examination, again, demonstrating your professional approach, your fluency is very important. You want to impress your examiner that this is not just an examination, OSCE examination that you prepared for. You have done this examination, say for example, knee examination or chest examination. Your instructions, your actions should be so fluent that examiner gets feels impressed that you have seen the patients before, you know how to communicate, you know how to give the instructions, you know how to get the information, and you know how to investigate certain problems. Then communication, effective communication with the patient as well as with the colleagues, that's again also a very integral part. Then the practical skills that we have already talked about. The final weeks before your examination should be on focus on your weak areas and how you will find your weak areas by taking the mocks, okay, that are offered by different academies, by most of the academies wherever you go, okay. Before you decide, before you enroll for any academy, make sure that you find out how the mocks are, how many mocks they offer, do they offer a proper time, and do they have high standard mocks, or they're the just old dated mocks, and what sort of examination or the assessment system they're using. Then review those key scenarios, common scenarios which are coming in the exam, because they are mainly the focus. When you see there are the recalls, there is a huge bank and um, of the recalls. When you see your scenarios will be about 70% of those which have been coming over last 2 or 3 weeks. So you need to keep an eye on the scenario so that you do not miss the important changes or any new scenario that might have come just 2 days or 3 days ago.
I
Time
think
management.
just about the mock, I just want to tell all of you guys that we're the only academy offering mocks with very high standard marking according to the GMC standards and comparative marking. Like all of you guys who are attending the mock on that day and previous months, they're comparatively marked, and
And
we get recorded. The whole station gets recorded. I mean, this was the best feature. I, being a candidate, I'm not only the examiner from PLAB Guide Academy, but I'm a successful candidate of PLAB Guide Academy as well. So I think that was the best feature that being a candidate I liked about PLAB Guide Academy.
yeah, before that you've been candidate of another academy as well.
I don't want to
Yeah.
tell the name, but I wasn't
Yeah.
guided the right way, and I only remember them in not in my prayers at least.
Yeah, okay. And we do not provide you a lot of unnecessary script and the panic and anxiety and those kind of things. Now, Dr. Dore just wanted to highlight, I think you are not aware of this update that we made. Let me just show you as well. Um,
Mhm.
in
I
in the
think you guys will feel the difference when you'll come. There's so many things that are teaching you. You are, taught the wrong way, and they're going to tell you the right way that
um,
NHS doctors they do practice, because of course Dr. Rashid is working in the NHS, and it makes a difference.
okay, just want to
Especially
show the PLAB
the
forums.
carousel mocks, Dr. Rashid, I must say that the carousel mocks were not in my time, honestly. I missed
Yeah,
that. But I have heard candidates talking a lot
yeah,
about
they
carousel
they
mocks,
love
and they
it.
love it.
They love it.
They love it.
We have this forum, so now you can see the beauty of this forum. They are kind of up to date, and daily recalls are being posted, and all our candidates are. Now you can see today is 20th, okay? So there is a scenario. So this is how you can be aware of all the scenarios which are coming, okay, in the square and street, okay? So these are the main topics that you need to be fully aware of to be ready for the exam. You can join the forums, and you can also find your PLAB to matchmaker. Okay, here you just you write your exam date in the exam center and leave the message. The other will come and they will contact you if their date.
This is actually a very good. I just saw this today. This is a very good thing because I remember many candidates they actually struggle and they go into depression as well
Yeah,
sometimes in the
yeah,
last days because their partners ditches them and they are not able to find partners. So this is a one-stop solution that you've given.
yeah. So these forums are anyhow open for everyone who just registered without even joining the course. Okay, they can register. They can
Yes.
self-enroll. We have the videos, the seminar videos as well. All the videos are here that can be watched. They are just freely accessible. Uh, and the American videos, the teachings, and all those kind of things, they are freely available. Okay. Now going back to the presentation again. Okay, so review Oski, wherever you want to join, please feel free to. I would say join us so that you get the real sport. But if you want to join anywhere, that is your personal choice. But join the forums as well so that you are fully up to date. Prepare your documents, all the required documents that includes your passport, check their expiries. Once I found I'm aware of a few incidents where where the candidate had booked their exam. When they applied for the visa, they came to know that their passport is near to the expiry or has already entered into the last 6 months. Just be careful because you need to have minimum 6 months of the validity of your passport from the last day of your stay in the UK. So you need to say, for example, if you want to come for 2 months, you need to have more than 8 months expiry of the validity on your passport. So be careful, check your documents, check your ID cards.
Actually, this was one question also from the candidates. When is the right time to apply for visa?
Um, you can apply now. If you booked your exam, apply as soon as possible because there can be delays in getting the visas sometimes. So do that as soon as possible. Um, but book your exam first. Okay, and then keep at least 3 to 4 months in between your intended date of arrival in the UK and the day you apply for your visa, because in many countries it is taking up to month or more. uh, in few countries it can come in within 2 weeks. Okay, so just make sure that you have enough time. Focus on your weak areas that we talked about, prepare the documents, and exam day tips: arrive early and well rested, sleep well, um, at least 6 7 hours. That's a minimum, I would say. Don't do any practice on the last day of your exam, before your exam. Stay calm and focus between the stations. If anything goes wrong, just just realize that every new station is a new patient, so you can save the life. Okay, listen to the patients and the instructions and everything carefully. Listening is very important. So what do you
Just
guys think?
just one more tip that I want to give them for the exam. That's from my own experience. That I want to. I don't know how much important this is, but please look very clean and nice in your exam. You have to look very professional. Don't take it just as an exam. Take it as an interview that you're taking. And because I, one of my friends, she was saying that she was looking like homeless in her first attempt and she failed that, and the other because if you will look nice, clean, professional, then you will feel good, and the patients, the simulators also might uh, be good with you. What do you think? What is your take on it, Dr. Rashid? How about the
Yeah, no,
books?
I agree. I really agree to that. I think that's very important point. Um, yeah,
Especially for the ladies, their hair should not be like here and there. They should have nice bun,
yeah. Of
should be
course, you
closed.
want to look professional. I
Yeah.
mean, uh, I think most of the candidates, they are aware and they look after themselves and they know the body language and the dress code and those kind of things.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. Next steps. Post exam, what do you need to focus on? Reflect on your performance. Feel, just think about how did the exam go. Do you think that your chances of passing are good or bad? Okay, so if the chances are good, it means you should be happy. Start looking for, hunting the jobs. Okay, just shortlisting them. Of course you will not be able to apply for the job before you get the result in the GMC. You can also look for clinical attachments. But if you feel that the exam didn't go well, okay, it was a challenge exam, Um, then start preparing. Just take a little break and start preparing for your next attempt as soon as possible, because this PLAB 2 is becoming quite a big challenge, especially finding the job and traveling and the expenses and the inflations. All those are affecting the candidates' affordability. Okay, stay connected with us. That's advice. Explore your further opportunities, what you can do when you are in the UK, what you can do after you get your GMC registration. Many of the candidates, they don't know that they can apply um, for the GP training while sitting abroad. They can even apply for the GP training without getting the GMC while they are still waiting for the GMC result. Okay, they can still apply if the dates are closing. Okay, they many of them, they don't know that there is any exam to enter to the UK for the specialty training. So these are the important things. Get more information about that. So you now, since you guys passed, it does not mean that you just need to focus on PLAB 2. The reason why we are sitting together today is that you guys need to realize that you have to be now multitasker. You need to be thinking in multiple directions and dimensions, arranging the funds, finding some suitable academy for you, okay, finding a good practice partner, then finding more information how to get into the UK. There are many examples of the doctors who are working, who pass the GMC exams, and they got the GMC and they got the job very soon. And there are quite a few examples of those who are waiting for the job and the interview and the shortlist for years and years. I'm aware of someone who waited for 2 years. Okay, because they don't know how to write the CVs, and they don't know how to process, how to apply, and all those kind of things. Sometimes they apply for the wrong role, um, over or higher role, or sometimes they apply for the lower role. So that's why you need to get the information when you're free after you've done your exam. Get that information. Any questions, guys, so far? Say something, guys. Say, it's really hard to keep talking. I'm talking since morning. All right, we had quite a few sessions. Please ask anything if you have.
The attendees are invited to interact. It's very good to interact with human beings. I also tell them to interact, but they keep on shying.
No, I'm really no. This is towards the end of the days. I'm really tired now. Honestly, it's hard for me to just keep talking and talking, talking. This is third and fourth meeting for me. I think third for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
YOLO, I think YOLO, you were with us in the PLAB one last. I think I saw you in the PLAB one or PLAB two session. Are you
Uh,
there?
I can see Lemia B. That name sounds familiar.
My sister's name is Lemia.
All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let
Okay.
me raise the hand. Eventually, silence is breaking. I feel.
Mhm.
Hi, Lemia. Lemia, you're allowed to talk if you want.
I think we have not muted anyone, right? They're all allowed, isn't it?
No, no, we need to allow them actually. They
Ah,
can raise a hand.
okay. Lemia B is now allowed.
Yeah. I think Dr. Sara was here before.
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Sarah was with us for PLAB one, I think.
Yeah, we don't know. It may be a different Sarah. Okay, guys, anything that you want to ask? Lamia B, you came.
Okay,
We
she's
got
raising
feedback.
her hand, and Khadija Wadood is also raising her hand. Guys, you're unmuted. You can please feel
Yeah,
free to
just
say,
unmute yourself
interact.
and ask whatever you want to ask.
Khadija, she wanted to say something. I think she just disconnected. She just got disconnected for some reason. Okay, Lamia, we understand that you want to say something, but we are only going to hear you when you will actually unmute yourself. Or you can type on the chat box. Khadija is back.
Okay.
They're both gone. Probably they're struggling with their connection, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Hmm.
Uh, any question about the medical carriers? I just prepared the slides for them. If you have any question, I'm not very keen to talk about that, to be honest.
Okay, the only famous question that we get from the candidates is which is the highly paid field? Which should we, or which field should we opt according to the pay? If we
Um,
want to get too much pay in, UK.
N- uh, uh, I think there are the standard rates for every single specialty, for all the specialties. Okay, there are certain benchmark, but the specialties which never sit free are um, psychiatry, GPs, emergency doctors, and acute medical doctors. They don't sit free.
How about the surgeons? I think surgeons are the highly paid.
No, no, no. There is there is a benchmark on the salaries. Surgeons can be busy during the within the hospitals because here there is no private surgeries or the private hospitals. So um, it is not really highly paid. There are certain specialties like ortho, they do the private operations and stuff, or the spines, they do the injections, glycerine, and those local anesthetics. Um, but otherwise, no,
And people, they do go for private GP clinics. I think that's like
no,
million pounds,
no,
rolling million pounds.
no, no, not very common in the UK. Everything is kind of free, and most of them get. Uh,
Yolo wants to ask, okay, sir, Khadija Wadood has a question. So my exam is in coming July. Can you
all
please guide me when should I start preparation? And if I join your academy course, what is its limit? It's unlimited.
right. That's a good question. Yeah. Number one, you should join latest by February. Okay. And about the limit, there is no limit.
Yeah.
Depends upon what you are joining for. If you're joining for the full course, then there is no limit. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you are enrolled with us until you pass your exam. You are enrolled in both the campus. You can come here to the UK. You can go to Lahore as well if you are in Pakistan or if you happen to go there.
Mm-hmm. Just wanting to tell you guys that the ones who are in Pakistan, they have a very good opportunity of attending dual campuses. Like they can attend smart course, full course in Lahore, like practice with
They can
Sinman and
let's
yeah.
start with the enrollment. They can pay less fee and in rupees as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So just with the
Less fee,
enrollment.
rupees. And it's just preparing you for, I think this is the best thing. That's in my time I wanted that because I had to live like literally 5 months in the UK. It's actually cost effective as well. You don't have to live that much, you don't have to spend that much time in UK away from family. You can be with your family. For the Pakistanis, they can be with their family, or if they're even if they're living in Karachi or they're living in Faisalabad, they can just travel for a week or so and attend the course in person, get the in person attention. And because of course in person matters.
Hmm.
Online, taking things online is different, but uh, even if we're teaching you guys online, we make sure that we interact and we take that person out from you as much
Yeah,
as we can. Hmm.
yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
so Dr. Sarah A says that, hey, I am the same Sarah.
Mhm.
uh, yeah.
Uh,
And Lamia B, hello again. I cannot activate the mic. I just wanted to ask, is taking the academy 2 months before the exam enough time? And what's the best
uh,
time to take mocks?
Best time to take the mock is at least
Mhm.
1 week before your exam. That's
Yeah.
that's a minimum. It could be 2 weeks, but you need to have at least 1 week from the last mock. You should not take any mock in the last week. Now, talking about
Yes,
months,
exactly 2 days. Exactly. People they do take their exam just 2 days before. That is not a good idea because
no, no,
uh,
no.
it's just panicking because you might end up failing your mock and you're probably doing a lot good, but it's just going to shatter you in and out. So
Yeah,
just take at least give a week before your exam.
yes, that's true. 2 months, kind of okay. It's bit squeezy. You need to be very I must say, assertive, and you need to be very dedicated and committed. Yes, within 2 weeks you can do that. There are quite a few examples who have done that. About
So Dr. Khadija says that can you please provide the details of Lahore campus and course and including the time frames and its charges. So you can
um,
just text us in the WhatsApp and we will send you the details, isn't it?
yeah, so if you are in our WhatsApp groups, you can simply ask us the time frame. You are enrolled into both campuses. Even if you pay there, you will be enrolled into UK as well as in Pakistan. Um, about okay, the career pathway, there are certain openings for you. You can start foundation program after, depending upon how good, if you have completed your internship or not. Okay, then the specialty trainings, um, like surgery, neurosurgery, and those kind of things. Then the GP practices, then academic medicine, which is not really very easy or very widely available. But you can do that, like the research teaching. But again, finding such roles in the specialty in the training are a bit difficult, big challenge.
Okay,
Um,
there's another question. What would you advise on booking a seat? Are they because they're going fast? Do
so
you
book
guys
them as soon as possible.
provide printed or online notes?
Now, this is a difficult question, isn't it? Uh, so we are, let me show you what we have at the moment. Okay. I think that will give them a better idea.
So he then asks that he or she, I don't know, anonymous attendee, it says that like we don't have a clear, we go ahead blankly, book a seat and start preparing or take 1 month to get familiar with the exam.
No,
Totally depend on you.
no, 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 no. No. Um, it used to be kind of freedom. I mean, at some stage when there
Mhm.
were loads of seats available.
Seats.
Now,
Mm,
because finding the seat is extremely difficult, you may
yeah.
end up waiting 7 months if you just waited for 1 month. Okay, just think of last month, um, a month before, we had a candidate, Dr. Sidra, who traveled from Pakistan to UK with a view that she will come and take the exam. She started preparing and she didn't get any seat. She came twice. Then she came third time and she took the exam. So you don't
Yeah.
want to be this kind of person that you start preparing and spend loads of money and the energy. She traveled to Lahore. She first joined somewhere in London. Then she was unhappy. She did not get what she wanted. Then she was very upset. She had loads of responsibilities from the family as well. Then she came to us and she started preparing for the exam with a view that she will find a date in here while she's sitting in the UK. So you cannot do that. She
Yeah.
ended up waiting for many months when she was fully prepared. So
Hmm.
you don't want to start the preparation without getting the seat.
Hmm. And just, I mean, please do not spend a lot of time in thinking and not getting the
So
seat
you need
because,
to have your credit
yeah.
cards, debit cards, and alternative financial resources ready and
Hmm. Hmm.
book the exam as soon as you can. Okay.
As soon as,
Uh, yeah, as a mentor, I can suggest you that yes, if you have minimum 2 months, that's a good one. Okay, if you have 3 months, that's ideal.
mm. But I think they should also keep your visa workup ready because if you have the seat in your hand, but you do not have visa. So it happened with me, because we were the COVID candidates. We were the ones who took this exam in COVID times, and it was very difficult. I mean, I was stuck in UK for 5 months. I had my seat in my hand, and one thing that I did wrong was that I waited for many months. I did not book my exam. So you also, guys, please do not do this mistake. You should not wait a lot because you will not know that this time will go away. Okay, I mean, 2 years is nothing. I had 3 years in my hand, and I had to literally request GMC, and I gave so many. I mean, I told them that I got into dengue, and there were so many medical issues that I had, due to which I couldn't take my exam timely. So my PLAB one was expiring. So please don't let that happen. Take PLAB two as soon as you can because you might not pass in the first attempt. That is the worst case scenario. In that case as well, you might not have that freedom of getting early dates because anything can happen. I got the date earlier, but then I couldn't sit for the exam because of COVID, and then my country got into red list. So there's so many things.
We are not hoping
So
for another COVID anyhow.
there could be any virus, any other virus. You never know. Allah na
Okay,
kare, matlab.
now let me just show you guys about the PLAB 2 course that you have, that we have actually. We are the only offering the modular system, uh, and there is a special discount for this, and this discount is ending in 1 week. Okay,
There's so many viruses in Pakistan. There's Congo, and there's what is
as
this
long as they do
chikungunya
not
or
touch
something.
the UK border, we are happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, our
Okay.
Lab 2 full course is divided into two parts. Okay, one is a foundation where we work. There will be the live tutor training teaching for 10 days. Day 1 to day 10. It always starts on Fridays. So we start with introduction, general approach, medicine. Then day 2, we continue the medicine. Day 3, surgery, and day 4 IENT similarly. So it carries on, it continues 10 days. We work on different areas from start from the scratch, and this can be attended online from anywhere. All the sessions are recorded in the cloud. So after that, in those initial 10 days, we work on the primary skills which are needed, like breaking bad news, time management, history taking skills, data gathering skills. We start from zero and make them go through everything with interactive practice sessions. Then after 10 days, they are stepped up to the advanced course, which we call as a PLAB to smart course. So it happens continuously simultaneously as that foundation course is happening, without any break. So we do the sessions on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, on Mondays, every Monday we do the sim and workshop. Every Tuesday we do that mannequins and clinical examination. Similarly, on Wednesday, We do the same mannequin clinical examination. Thursday, we do all the prescriptions and teachings. And on Friday and Saturday, we have intensive
High
review,
yield.
the
Yeah.
recalls, okay, high yield scenarios,
Yeah.
and the masterclass kind of thing.
And this smart course is now happening in Lahore as well, Lahore
Yes, it is
campus.
happening in Lahore as well. So you can take there and you can come here, you can take it again in the UK without any additional charges or anything. You get 2 full marks with this that you can book. Now, about the course content that you asked, I think, who was it? Um, Doctor, some anonymous doctor. Okay, so answer to this. Can you share an effective study plan for PLAB 2 preparation? I suggest you to go to the forum. Okay, so if you come to the forum, you don't need to pay for that. Okay, you can simply create your account and enroll yourself into the forum. Okay, so in the forum, if you click on that,
And,
this is a okay, Dore, can you see this course? So PLAB
yeah,
2 study
yeah,
guidance
yeah.
plan. Okay, so you click on that, and this is a study plan that you can follow. Okay, just follow some structure.
So he says that one of my seniors failed, and they said that the assessing criteria of GMC is different. What is your take on that? What is the percentage of candidate that fail in first attempt?
Well, that is about 70% candidates pass in their first attempt. Okay,
Wow.
uh, and as the number of the attempts go higher, the percentage of those who are going for the second and the third and the fourth attempt goes down. Contrary
That's
to
a
con-
very important
contrary
point
to,
that I remember
yeah, that's
when I
very,
was the candidate, you told us this.
yeah. So those who are taking PLAB 2 for the second time or third time, okay, the percentage of them goes down. And those who are taking the PLAB 2 for fourth time, the pass result is about 50%. Okay, join the platform and you can just go through them. It is just everything is for free. At least you can watch the videos, you can see the mannequins and those kind of things as well. Okay, you can be aware of what kind of scenarios are coming. That's really good one. Okay, so for the PLAB 2 course, what you do is you get full course, that's 10 days activity. Okay, from starting from day 1 to day 10. And fortunately we are advanced, so we do not have the printed material. Okay, but we do have those PDF notes, so you can ask for that and we can share with them with you for you to read. But everything here is online.
Also, we discourage scripts, so we
Yeah,
don't
so
want you to be robotic.
all the scenarios, we are living in bit advanced world.
Begin reading your task.
So everything here is very integrated.
Begin.
This is a patient background. We do a lot of practice as well, so you will find the notes related to the scenarios on here. So you do not need to worry about those things. Um, how to approach. There is a
Begin reading your task.
timer in this. Okay, so you can practice unlimited times. And now, how you can join the course? You simply you do not need to wait for the links, Zoom link or me Google Meet or anything. You simply log into your course and click on here join class, or if you want to watch the recordings, you click on here, you will be able to see all the recordings. We have nearly 2 years of recordings in here. They all the sessions that we teach for the foundation course for the PLAB 2, they go in the cloud. So if you're wise enough, if you have limited time, better you enroll and get the access to the recordings and start watching even before we start our sessions. We do the sessions every month, one long course. Where you can start watching the recordings on your own, and you will be more prepared even before you took the sessions with the tutor. Here you can join the session as well. Now you can see all the sessions are recorded. You're gonna watch them.
Plus, there is one thing that Dr. Rashad has introduced, and no one else is introducing, or no one else is offering that. I mean, we have dedicated hours and dedicated sessions with tutors.
Yeah.
There is a dedicated time slot for you guys, and you can just come in, practice session, practice room, and one candidate is having dedicated time with the tutor. So it's like lots of personalized attention. Plus there, when you come to the academy, you have that dedicated hours and dedicated time slot for your sim practice, for your
Sim
prescription
practice. Yeah.
writing and everything.
Yeah.
Mm. I remember I used to, every Thursday I used to be the first one to book the cement session.
Yeah.
So it helped me a lot, it helped me a
Yes.
lot. I mean, it will give
And
you very good reflexes.
we have the real sim man that is accessible actually.
Yeah, accessible, because I remember Dr. Rashid has told us that it's 90,000 pounds in him. You're allowed to go in there, but don't damage it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so all the sessions you can see this is 360 minutes recording. You watch that. You can watch the videos which are available there, and you will be much more ready. You do not have to wait for anyone, but in our dedicated days of teaching, you will find the tutor is also teaching there. So this is how you can get the benefit. And in the smart course again, which is the part of your full course, um, you have loads of opportunities. We do certain
Just
activities on Mondays.
just yeah, just want to tell them that please guys make a wise decision, and especially for academies, choose the academy that offers you all these resources, especially considering the fact that the mannequins should be nice, and in the old academies mostly the mannequins are not there, and even if they are there, they're so torn apart and they're not in the right condition, and they're not offering exactly this point by you, Dr. Rashid. They're not offering the cement. They just have a doll, like a fake doll.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
that's dummy. Yeah,
uh,
that's nice, man.
mm, mm,
They don't have the real one.
mm.
So every Monday, I teach the sim and myself because I love doing it. I work in the A&E. I see the research patients, so I really love doing it. Okay. Um, all those things are for you in here. Now, Dore, after you, we added some
I
super.
never forget. I think I'm very thankful again. I just, have these flashbacks whenever Dr. Rashid is talking because about Simen. Because, Simen, I always tell this to the patient, the biggest hack to pass PLAB 2 in the first attempt is, guys, your Simen, your prescription, your combined stations, and the teaching station. You guys should ace these stations,
Yes.
and if you pass these stations, the rest passing the rest of the stations will be much easier, because there are so many plus and minus, so many
Yeah.
do's and don'ts, ins and out in the other stations. But passing these stations is bit easier, but it's challenging as well, like for Simin, because everyone knows in the world that there will be 12 stations and everyone is very well prepared, so it should be picture perfect. Your cement should be picture perfect. And I'm very thankful to you, Dr. Rashid. Like, he honestly, he taught us so many points that nobody else were teaching, because there's so many videos out there in YouTube and everywhere, but believe me, he is teaching the right way. Especially the drug chart point, I remember I did a blunder in my real exam GMC. I was calling the patient John, 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 and he was not John. But still, because
Because
my
you practice
structure,
John,
everything
isn't it?
else, yeah, 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 yeah. I practice John every time, and that is why I was calling him. I think this was a big, big blunder. But because my structure, everything that Dr. Rashid has told, I just did that way. And I think I aced it. I got really good marks in that.
But
10 or 11, I think, out of 12, which is wow. So there were two, 3 points that you told. The one point was of drug chart, that
blood
even it
sampling,
surprised the examiner, and holding the vials.
yeah.
That was, and in my other attempts, I never knew that there were vials present in the exam itself,
Hmm.
because nobody else told us to hold the vials. There were actually, the vials were present in the trolley. You just have to look for it, and not only look for it, you have to hold it as well. I think
Yeah.
that was the remarkable point. And the
Okay.
examiner also knew that.
Now, in your smart course, another additional feature that we offered is you can video call your colleagues without paying Zoom, without paying to the Zoom.
Wow.
That's uninterrupted 24/7. You can call anytime from here. You can start practicing. You don't need to pay anything. There will be no disruption after 40 minutes. Um, then the video, similar video, you can book your mocks here without contacting us. On-site full mock, we have the schedule for the entire year. Now you can see it goes to, yeah, so November, yeah, till 29th of November. All the dates are available. So whenever you want to plan, you do not need to contact anyone. You can book, you can cancel without paying anything within your
And
course.
also, you can book, if you're enrolled with the course, you can similarly book Siemens slots.
Yeah,
I
so here,
remember tons
yeah,
of Siemens slots.
here is a cement mock. So it happens on Thursdays. You'll find that every Thursday you can book them. So we'll show the slots here. You can book them without contacting anyone. That's very easy. All right, so guys, about this PLAB 2, it is easy exam if you focus, if you understand what the PLAB 2 is, and if you start following some script, it becomes difficult. Okay, please don't do that, and just focus on. Um,
Um, Dr. Anonymous says it would be great if you allow unmuting mics in upcoming webinars and also enable the chat.
all right, if we allow now, will you speak? Um,
Because we always allow you guys don't speak. That's why Dr. Rashid this time has
yeah.
muted you
So
all.
what happens is they forget to mute, uh, and many of them they at the same time they're playing with the kids, or there is some noise, they are gossiping and this and that. They don't even bother many of the time. So that can happen. So if I allow you, I will definitely, I will be happy. Just simply tell me that you want to talk. I will allow you. Let me be. Thanks a lot. Thanks for acknowledgement and your words. Okay, I think we have gone through nearly all the questions.
Yeah.
If anything missing,
This
uh,
webinar is the best post-lab 1 guidance webinar I attended, although I attended 3 of those. Your advice is really genuine and professional. Thank you so much, Doctor, for all the valuable tips. That's great.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Lamia. Any question, guys? I think we are done. We
Yeah.
can just conclude. I hope that it was helpful. If you guys have any question, please do ask us. Okay, do not hesitate. There are and make the wise decision. Of course, we are here and we have the academy. We will talk about our academy. Okay, do not take that as a biased. Any opinion that we give is purely a genuine one, uh, an honest opinion. Okay, it is your choice where you want to go. Of course, we reserve the right, and I think we reserve that, and we deserve talking about ourselves as well when we are doing some activities without any financial gains and stuff. Okay, but make your decision wisely. Start the preparation. PLAB 2 is a bit challenging, bit difficult exam. You need to respect it. Okay, give it proper time, attention, and do not follow. Now the what is happening is um, I know that the financial issues are the big issues of nearly everyone who is intending to come to the UK. Due to all those situation which is happening in the UK, um, thinness in the job opportunities and all those, there are many people they've started teaching online. Okay, small groups asking for £5, £10, this and that. Okay, so they have not literally seen any patient. Just make the wise decision. We see so many people contacting us when they shattered because they have not gained. They just continued wasting the time and the money, throwing here and there. And there are small groups starting from Dr. A to Dr. Z. Dr. A's PLAB to Dr.
Yeah,
B's.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Dr. A to Dr. Z, when you see they have not seen any real patient in the UK. They don't know anything about the PLAB 2. They don't know anything about the UK health system. So make some wise decisions. There are good names. I honestly respect them. Okay. We are the competitors. Um, Aspire Academy, PLAB Guide, Common Station, and maybe Samson's. Okay. I've not heard many words about Dr. Swami's academy, but these are actually the academies. Make your wise decision. Okay, don't go hunting for the small groups. Okay, and whichever academy you choose, they are working hard, honestly, and just decide about where
And I would just tell them to choose the tutor who has actually worked in the NHS. This is very, very important. Why? Because you need to know the actualities. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know how the system works, you'll just be, I mean, sounding like a silly doctor, what I would say.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And they can clearly identify. They can clearly
Hmm.
identify who is scripted, and I can clearly identify. You can,
Hmm.
isn't it? Uh,
Yeah.
as mock examiner, we
Hmm.
we know who is scripted and who is not.
Exactly.
Okay. Any question, guys?
That's it. What books do
It
you
was.
suggest? Okay, there's one question. What books do you suggest for PLAB 2? Also, can you repeat the stations that we should be able to conquer during the exam?
Um,
Mm. I would tell them to go for NHS. That's what I tell my all of my candidates to follow the nice CKS and NHS guidelines.
yeah, what do you mean by so these
Repeat
are
the stations. I think he's talking about the recalls.
oh, okay.
Also, can you repeat the stations?
Okay, there is a long list. Recall is just to stay up to date what they are asking nowadays, because about 70% of your exam will be those stations or those topics.
Are there any scholarships for doctors to cover the expenses? I think Dr. Rashad last year introduced a
We
scholarship.
did have, but not anymore. It was not the scholarship. It was just kind of uh,
Help.
help. They had to pay within 6 months after passing their exam.
So why are you not offering that anymore? Has
Because
anyone ditched you?
we end up chasing, making the phone calls. Man, give us the money. We need the.
Oh, no, that's not a good idea. I mean,
We can't really.
this is why,
So we can't take the headache of doing that. And
people.
just leave that apart of the
Hmm.
discussion. All right, guys. I wish you best of luck, and it was pleasure having you here. If you have any question, please feel free to contact us. Stay connected. We do the sessions, the free sessions.
Any discounts? I think, okay, he's asking for discounts. This is just for December. Dr. Rashid, are you guys still offering it in 450 pounds? This was
Yeah,
until 25th December. So this is the best price for full mock, because the full
uh,
course, sorry. Full course is the actual price is 650, but just because of, there are
actual
some
price.
Christmas offers.
Our actual price is 600. 650 is Aspire's one. Um, ours is 600.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we have the discount at the moment for this is gone. We have 450. Yeah,
That's
uh,
the best price, I think.
yeah. But along with this, if you want to book it, you can do that, and you can change the date. So it will start on 3rd of January. Instead, if you want to, if say for example you book this and you want to join on 7th of March, just send us an email. At least you will save £150. As long as you tell us in advance, uh, we will change the date.
150 pounds is almost 50,000 rupees in Pakistani currency.
All right. Any more question? Have we gone through all?
I think, yeah.
Okay. Open questions.
I've been chasing for the questions for quite long. There are
All
no
right.
more
Okay.
questions.
So I want to goodbye to everyone. Best of luck, guys.
Best of luck from my side as well.
Okay. Take care.